Another influencer wanted to spar Sean Strickland. Attention is the biggest commodity in that space, and he was looking for more of that. But he was under the impression that I thought we're going to do circuit training and MMA workouts and then box/spar. MMA sparring seems like a suicide mission, but I'm not going to back out. I'll be there regardless.
Drop and
I want you.
Sean, can I say something right now?
You can't,
I want
dog.
to see you crippled.
This is the start of a beautiful friendship.
Oh,
It's right
yeah.
here. It's right
Oh,
here.
yeah.
It's right now.
So what you did, you
How do you like
star
that?
got
How do
famous.
you like that narrative?
And somebody's like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go get you, see if I can get more famous.
That was.
Okay.
You gotta quit.
Go run, Nick. Get in the ground, Nick. Don't over it.
I'm a man of my word. I said I would show up, and I did. Thank you, Sean Strickland, for your time. When should I drop the full YouTube video? You're a really nice guy, and I don't mean that as a compliment, but you're an okay person, lol. The start of a beautiful friendship, I would have to buy you a puppy and let you raise it then in front of you because the level of softness is offensive. Sneeko 2.0. Sneeko tried to fight back a little. He did not. This is part of my fitness journey. Well, this is an awful place to take a detour, is what Chris Curtis says. I'm surprised Curtis didn't offer to drive him home. A few days ago, Bahayo was saying that he was supposed to be fighting Nasruddin Imavov, UFC 317, June 28th, International Fight Week in Vegas. But Imavov seems not interested. He'll get KO'd. He'll sleep. Then they're going to say it's normal. He was ranked number one. You see, that's their way of managing their careers, falling forwards. You get it? It's better to fall forwards than backwards. He comes in against number one, gets his ass kicked, then they'll say, that's normal. He's number one. He'll recover and come back stronger. Wait your turn. Little by little. You got to be patient in life. People aren't patient. The key is patience. True or not?
Is that true or not?
But now Bahayo's calling for a fight with Hamza Chimaev for an interim belt, so that's probably going to piss off Imavov a lot as well, because that's number 3 and 6 for an interim belt when he's ranked number one. Ali Abdelaziz says anyone who has something to say about the PFL should shut up and begin a new promotion themselves. PFL's been paying millions of dollars every year. They just had 4 cards in 4 weeks and more than 80 athletes competed. Everyone in the Champion Series is fighting in June, July, and September. But a lot of the fighters that Ali manages who are in the PFL don't like the PFL, like Derek Brunson and Patchy Mix. Ali Abdelaziz used to be a matchmaker for the World Series of Fighting, and the PFL when they started, when they morphed from the World Series of Fighting to the Professional Fighters League, but they ended up parting ways with him. There was issues like him managing a significant portion of PFL fighters in the league's inaugural season. His clients accounted for over 30% of the roster and participated in more than half the regular season bouts. That led to substantial presence in playoff brackets and championship bouts, which raised concerns about competitive fairness. Other MMA managers expressed concerns Ali's fighters were getting preferential treatment in terms of matchmaking and card placement. There were allegations that fighters were encouraged to sign with Dominance MMA, Ali's management company, to secure PFL contracts, suggesting potential coercion and bias. And during Ali's tenure at the World Series of Fighting, he had dual roles as matchmaker and manager, which violated Nevada Athletic Commission rules. Lawsuits from that period accused him of arranging favorable fights for his clients and prioritizing their interests over the promotions. Mohamed Mokaev competing next Friday in a bantamweight contest at Karate Combat 54 in Dubai. He's asked, how are you ever going to come back to the UFC when you're fighting grapplers in karate? If I don't come back, then it's written for me something better in my life. I'm more than happy what I achieved from being a refugee with just 1 pair of pants and a t-shirt coming to this country. Mauricio Ruffy wants his teammates Kyle Bahayo to fight Hamza Chimaev. Enough BS. Chimaev, we all know how camp training works. UFC, send the contract. Let's take that belt. Bahayo will be the first fighting nerds to win the belt.
This isn't something to mess around with. If he legit thinks I'm Hernandez, it just we did in his things. He did it probably their best editing job yet. It's pretty good. Our faces are a tad different. I do see the similarities. People make that comparison all the time.
Let me take the music off.
Yeah. Few differences between me and Aaron Hernandez, just for you people out there who believe this. I was good at football. Aaron's great at football. I'm stronger than Aaron Hernandez. From the rumors, he used to have a bigger dick than me. I heard he has a real swamp slapper on him. Just a real gator tail on him. Straight up, dude. I'm not into dudes.
Wow.
Might be surprised to you guys. I'm not into dudes. And I don't murder people. So there's a few differences there. But I get it. Yeah, it was fun, but it's more sad than anything.
BJ Penn's a lot more out of his mind now, but even in his heyday, he was pretty out there with some of the things he said and did. He wasn't really questioned too much about it before because at one time he was arguably pound for pound #1 in the world, and a lot of his delusional thinking allowed him to achieve such greatness that he did in his prime, but he's no longer on that pedestal, and he's also gone way off the rails further, possibly due to meth addiction. Marlon Vera taking on Mario Batista. June 7th, Vera's coming off a decision loss to Davison Figueiredo. Batista's coming off a decision win to Jose Aldo. Despite getting the win, he was criticized a lot for having a boring fight by pushing Aldo against the cage for most of the fight. But Batista contends that Aldo should also be blamed for that because he wasn't able to get out of that position.
I get it, like from a fan's perspective and like the sport, but as a fighter, like you can't let anyone hold you down or hold you against the cage. You know, these are things I learned before I turned pro. You know, with my coaches and stuff, we have ways about getting up, circling off the cage. And so for Aldo just to stay there at this level, and, you know, I'm not the first person to do that to him, you know. So for him not to learn and, you know, make some changes, I don't know, like I've been saying, like that's on him too, you know. So, yeah, I think it's a very important part. Clinch, getting up off the mat, you got to be able to turn the table and get yourself out of those positions.
Someone asking Sadiq Yusuf about fight news. He says Soon just lost an opponent, looking for a replacement. Sadiq hasn't fought since UFC 300 last year when he got stopped by Diego Lopez.
I'm Pascal Kraus.
This is Eric Newbreed Coat. Joe K-San. Again. One more.